Welcome everyone to tonight's PRJC Jazz Talk featuring Tom Roberts. We're going to have some Barrelhouse and Boogie Woogie piano recordings, and these are going to be fabulous. And Tom's loads of fun, so we're all really looking forward to this. Reminding you that when Tom is ready, if there's some questions or discussion, we're happy to do that toward the end of the program. Just keeping the mics muted and preferably the cameras off, just from the perspective of it giving us a better audio and video experience because the bandwidth is lowered on the presentation. So that would be great. Special shout out to everyone who did a little contribution donation toward the program. We really appreciate it. Those donations keep
Oh,
our
yes, I
program
appreciate that. I
going.
appreciate that
We
very
all
much.
do, right? Yes. And we hope to see some of you next month, May 12th. Now listen, next month is a Tuesday. We usually do Mondays. I know that's going to confuse people, but Phil Revita, the bass player, is going to do a Rooted in Bass talk, and he's got like gigs or something, or teaches or something on Monday night. So we're rolling with the Tuesday next month, so don't let that throw you. So I'm going to hand everything over to Tom, and we're going to have a fabulous audio-visual experience. Take it away.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking about all these wonderful things that were happening down in New Orleans. I need to come back and tell all my New Orleans stories. I'll do that for free. Well, it's nice to be back in D.C., if in the least being here virtually during the Zoom thing. My name is Tom Roberts. You can look up every wonderful thing that I have done on my Wikipedia page. This is the Hot Club of Pittsburgh, which was an entity that was created by myself at the insistence of Phil Schaap. I was talking to Phil Schaap during the pandemic, and I was just like saying, oh, yeah, the radio is so... And he says, you've got to start a hot club. And the idea of the hot club, there's a whole neo-hot club movement all across the United States. The hot club is people gather together to listen to recordings, classic recordings, directly from the 78 RPM records, because simply you're only one step away from these folks. It is the closest thing to a time machine that exists. It's like those little insects that were captured in amber, and you could extract the DNA and make a velociraptor. Well, none of these things are going to happen. What we're going to listen to tonight is the complete opposite of what we listened to last year when I first joined you guys, doing stride piano last year, which is the most sophisticated, elegant group of musicians. And, there's Jason Leininger. I love Jason Leininger. And this is like raunchy, down home, funky, nasty Barrelhouse piano. So I am going to share my screen. Let's go. There we go. Climbing and screaming. Barrelhouse Boogie Woogie and blues piano. Now, I am not going to talk. I can't stand people that have this musical presentations that will talk for 20 minutes and then you'll hear 30 seconds of a record. No. You're not here to listen to me talk. You're here to listen to these records, and these are remarkable things, and these are so wonderful. So we're going to start off with Pinetop's Boogie Woogie. Clarence Pinetop Smith was born in Troy, Alabama in the year 1904, died in Chicago in 1929. He was murdered during a fracas at a dance hall. He was playing here in Pittsburgh sometime in the early 20s when he caught the eye of the second guy that we're going to listen to. And this is Pinetop's Boogie Woogie. Take it away, Pinetop.
Now listen to all of it. This is my pine top trouble. I want everybody to dance just like I tell you. Now when I say hold yourself, everybody get ready to stop. And when I say stop, don't move a peg. And when I say get it, everybody do a boogie woogie. Hold yourself now. Boogie woogie. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now when I say hold yourself this time, y'all get ready to stop. And when I say stop, don't move. When I say get it, everybody mess around. Hold yourself. Mess around. Now that's what I'm talking about. Hey, little gal, you stand there with the red dress on. You come right up here where Mr. Pine Top is. Now face the audience. Now when I tell you to hold yourself, you get ready to stop. And don't move a peg. And when I say get it, I want you to shake that thing. Hold yourself now. Shake that thing. That's what I'm talking about.
God, you can just see her dancing right in front of you there. You know, what's really interesting about this is he was murdered about 3 months after recording this. So he didn't really get the opportunity to enjoy any of the benefits of this. What a shame. But after the fact, it became a big hit. We are going to go to Charles Cow Davenport, who was the man that discovered Pine Top, and he was also another one of these amazing honky-tonk boogie-woogie piano players, born in Anniston, Alabama in 1894. He was studying for the ministry, but he was thrown out of the theological seminary for playing ragtime. Excellent work. Excellent work. And he was a talent scout for Vocalion, had a lot of businesses in Cleveland, Ohio, where he died in 1955. And we are going to listen to, this is a new acquisition. This came all the way from Germany. This is Atlanta Rag. And we can hear what a very sophisticated yet totally self-taught pianist that Charles Cow Davenport was. Enjoy. we can hear that a lot of these guys were still very much under the influence of ragtime music, but still like inflicting some blues into it and just funk and nastiness. It's wonderful. And now we're going to go to Jimmy Blythe, the Gula Whaler. Jimmy Blythe is someone that we're all aware of, at least here in Washington. He was a very famous pianist, blues accompanist, made a lot of recordings with Louis Armstrong and Johnny Dodds and the State Street Ramblers. But this is a solo piano thing. This actually got from Joe Buzzard from Frederick, Maryland. And this is called Alley Rat from 1928. Listen to Jimmy Blythe. Now, I forgot to mention that Jimmy Blythe was born in Louisville, Kentucky in 1901 and died in Chicago in 1931. A lot of these, being a Barrelhouse piano player, it's got some dangers. We are now going to go to a man that we almost know nothing about. There's sort of a picture there. I don't know if you can see my cursor there. That's sort of him there. Will Ezell. Will Ezell was an employee of Paramount Records. And I think he was a handyman. He did everything for Paramount Records. He accompanied singers, and he made these really amazing solo records from the 20s on. And I'll tell you what, if I'm going to skip a few of these, but we will keep track. If there's something you would like to hear, I can always come back and play these again. What we're going to listen to is Pitchin' Boogie, because Pitchin' Boogie is wonderful. And I got this record from one of the attendees here with a whole bunch of these things. Thank you, Bill Shaw, for having this in my collection here. Pitchin' Boogie, which we have Baby, what the heck's the name of that guy? I can't see it here. Baby James on the cornet, Blind Roosevelt Graves on the guitar, Aaron Graves on the tambourine. All right, we're going to listen to Pitchin' Boogie. This is amazing.
Put on your best dress. Go on and do Mr. Boogie Woogie's best. Go on and do Boogie Woogie now. Pick that Boogie Woogie now. That makes it hot now. That girl got in a dress of green. I swear to God, she can boogie to me. Boogie Woogie. Let's do Boogie Woogie now. Let's have a time. Bottles of beer. We're gonna pitch a boogie right here. Let's boogie woogie now. Give me all your moonshine, give me all your gin. Close the door, we ain't gonna let nobody else in. Let's boogie woogie.
Isn't this the greatest music? This is just so much fun. Ugh. All right. We're going to listen to another one of these pianists. It's another one of these records I got from Bill Shaw. This is Charlie Spand. And we don't know anything about Charlie Spand except for something that appears on another Paramount record. That's I think it's called Hometown Skiffle. And it's narrated by Alex Hill, where he's just introducing all of these Paramount artists, and he just says, "Here comes Charlie's Band from Detroit. That's it. That's all we know. But this was a very amazing pianist, and his lyrics were very poignant. And this is a spectacular record because it's got Blind Blake on the guitar. This is, I ain't gonna stand for that.
I let you burn my biscuits and fill my coffee full of sand. I let you burn my biscuits and fill my coffee full of sand. And now you take my money and give it to another man. I let you run around and stay up all night to dance. I let you run around and stay up all night to dance. Now you trying to act like mama, you want to wear the pants. You went down to Memphis, found a butter and egg man there. You went down to Memphis, found a butter and egg man there. And now you're trying to give your regular maid the air. I used to sleep on clean sheets, but I don't do that no more. I used to sleep on clean sheets, but I don't do that no more. Lord, I can't go in your bedroom, you make me sleep on the floor. You treat me low down and dirty, baby, that is a fact. How'd you treat me low down and dirty? Baby, that is a fact. And now you trying to quit me, and I ain't gonna stand for that.
What was that opening line? Put sand in my coffee, just like being mistreated. He's not going to stand for that. Flip side of this is Moaning the Blues, but let's go now to another pianist that nobody seems to know anything about. This is Turner Parrish, who recorded these things in Richmond in 1933. And this is supposedly listed as one of the rarest records. There's only like a few copies in existence. I found it from a guy in New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's like in brand new shape. So I don't know how much we can believe all that stuff. We know nothing about Turner Parrish, but he made these great records, and we're going to listen to, I guess, the Fives right now. Maybe Trenches. It depends. I'll be right back. Now, one thing that many of you might be noticing is there is very little regard paid to the 12-bar blues, Daddy-O. There's no, they're very free and easy with the form of these things. And so there's not even, sometimes there's not even 4 beats in a measure. It's just very loose, but it's really, really, really wild stuff. So next we're going to go to Henry Brown, who is someone that we actually know a little bit about. He was born in Troy, Tennessee in 1906, moved to St. Louis 1918, was hanging around the red light district. Ooh, Deep Morgan. Very naughty things happening there. Later on, during World War II, he was drafted and sent to England, and he was there to entertain the troops, and he was active musically until 1974. And he also, I hope you can see this, had probably one, wait, this is shining here. Let me take this out of the case. Had one of the most impressive guts. Look at that gut. Very impressive gut. And he is joined on this recording by Ike Rogers. Ike Rogers was a trombonist. He was a very interesting guy. George Avakian wrote that he could only play 2 notes, but they were both perfect. And so here is Ike Rogers, Alice Moore on the speech, and this is the 21st Street Stomp by Henry Brown. Well, I don't know about you, but I definitely heard more than two notes coming out of Ike Rogers there. And this is interesting because this is St. Louis Barrelhouse piano. St. Louis was the cradle of classic ragtime. Scott Joplin and all of those guys. St. Louis. And this is something that was happening alongside it. It's very much ragtime influenced, but it's unique. Ike Rogers. Yeah, I couldn't find Jimmy Yancey's record, so we won't listen to this, but we will listen to Cripple Clarence Lofton. Cripple Clarence Lofton was described by Bill Russell as a three-ring circus. He would sing, he would dance, he would whistle, he would make all these crazy things. He was an amazing entertainer. Born in 1897 in Kingsport, Tennessee, moved to Chicago in 1917 and just never stopped. Was recording amazing things. And we're going to listen to, wait, here we go here. We're going to listen to Strut That Thing. Wait till you hear this. And again, this is another one of these guys that you're not going to hear the 12-bar blues, man. No, there's like 11 bars sometimes. Sometimes there's 13 bars. Sometimes there's not even 4 bars, beats in the measure. It's just wild and insane, and it is incredibly happy. Strut that thing.
Feeling bad, thinking about times I was I've had. You went out, stayed all night. Do you think that's treating me right? Oh, you should not did it, dog. Should did it, dog. Should did it, dog. I'm telling these lovers, I've been spitting that thing night and day. And your mama stood around for a while. Chuck it just ripping down the sound. Deacon Jones gave him the praise. Much religion is one of it. Go to him, gotta stop your stuff called to be spitting that thing. Night and day, night and day. I mean, empty loop. I've been spitting that thing night and day. Getting sick and tired of the way you do. Got mama going fire as new. Bring super dust round your bed. Wake the morning, find your own self dead. Call you should not did your dog. Should did your dog. Should did your dog. I'm telling you, lovers, I've been spitting that thing night and day. Yeah, feel it out. Oh, boy. That's a lady, but her name is Lou. Chuck thing just caught the flu. Satisfied has jumped in bed. She spoke and spoke like this. Shake shoulder, can't shake your feet. Shake nothing, mama, but your weak it knees. Call you should not did it, dog. Should did it, dog. Should did it, dog. I'm telling you, look, I've been spitting that thing night and day. Oh, beat it out. Lord, you're hanging on the wall. Out the window, get it for the fall. Stop while she may have it all night long. Top thing got your habit song call. You should not do your song. Should do your song. Should do your song. I'm telling you, love. I've been spitting that thing night and day.
As you can maybe tell, I love Cripple Clarence Lofton. He is just so amazing. It's just, ugh. And so we're going to listen to one more. This is Brown Skin Girls. And we get to hear him, the whole thing. He's whistling and doing all types of amazing stuff on this. So listen to Cripple Clarence Lofton doing Brown Skin Blues. And there it is in its original perfect record sleeve. Look at that. Sacred, yodeling, spiritual blues by America's leading entertainers. Popular dance, popular vocals. Hawaiian instrumental by famous artists. Here is Cripple Clarence Lofton, Brown Skin Girls.
Gang of brown-skinned women, bunch of eye yellows too. I've got so many brown skins, I don't know what to do. I love all of my loving women, I said this world I do. I know someday that to learn to love the daddy too. Got a Monday girl, she works on Broadway in Maine. I've got a Tuesday girl that woman is spending change. Where's the girl? Frank's bottle down. I've got a third one that she better not get me out. Friday girl, she wears those teddy bears. I'm gonna set the girl taking each and every while. Eating bedded, bedded, eating bedded, eating bedded, oh, you know. Run your boys and girls, let me spot my son to one to you. She wears a pair of calfskin shoes and a suit of navy blue. I love all my women, I tell this world I do. I know someday that I'll learn to love the daddy too. Beat it out, Bill.
And I think that we can all agree that this was the most entertaining music. Don't you agree? I do. So we'll skip over these, but I have them. If you want to listen to them later, we can put these on. It's like going to my house, but I don't have to feed you, and I don't have to clean either. We are oh, this is good one too. I got all these solo arts that he made later on, but we're going to go now to Kansas City Frank Melrose. Kansas City Frank Melrose was the stuff of legends, legendary enough to inspire this cartoon by the great Robert Crumb. And we're going to listen to this recording of Pass the Jug. Now, Frank Melrose was born in Sumner, Illinois in 1907. He was the brother of Walter and Lester Melrose of Melrose Publishing in Chicago. He was an agent for Jeanette Records. He was hanging out with Jelly Roll Morton all the time, and he was murdered by gangsters In 1941, they found his decapitated body. Ooh, scary kids. So we're going to listen to Pass the Jug by Kansas City Frank Melrose. Pretty amazing music there, wasn't that? Pass the Jug. Flip side is Jelly Roll. Again, Jelly Roll Stomp. He was hanging out with Jelly Roll Morton. We can listen to these later. Now we're going to get into Little Brother Montgomery. Uriel Little Brother Montgomery was born in Kentwood, Louisiana, 1906. He was alive until probably the 1970s, I believe. And a lot of the things that we will hear, God, all these records are so great. I could do a whole Little Brother, Chinese band blues. This is great. He's got a great vocal on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this Vicksburg blues, which was recorded in New Orleans in 1936 at this amazing recording session where I think he recorded 30 songs all in one sitting. It was a pretty amazing thing. But what we will hear in this performance is material in the left hand that is still part of the New Orleans, even the funk music of New Orleans. You will hear these, they call them roughs, where he'll do a little brum, brum, like a trombone kind of thing in the left hand. Dr. John uses this, Professor Longhair used this, James Booker used it. It is something that still exists if you're down there. And I know it's piano night at Tipitina's because this was my 32nd anniversary of doing my piano night at Tipitina's. I was 32 years old. You guys do the math. Let's listen to Vicksburg Blues as played by Little Brother Montgomery.
got a cool, loving mama, really call her Jessie. I've got a cool, loving mama, and they call her Jessie. And she's the sweetest woman has ever walked down Mulberry Street. Now she's a kind loving baby and giving a man a thrill. Now she's a kind loving baby and giving a man a thrill. Now the reason I love her, she live at Pittsburgh on the hill. I love her, and I always will. And I love her, and I always will. The reason I really I think the Pittsburgh on the hill.
And that was a very atmospheric performance with all of those little roughs, as they call them now, the New Orleans pianists, in the left hand. Very trombone-like. But he was also a great virtuoso, like stride, whatever that word means. Two-handed piano player, like on Fair Street Jive and Shreveport Farewell. And if we could play these later if you really want to. But now, Blind Leroy Garnett. Nobody knows anything about Blind Leroy Garnett. This was recorded in Richmond, Indiana in 1929, and this is the most virtuosic thing you'll ever hear. I used to play piano for Leon Redbone back in the 90s and the early 2000s, and particularly when I was living there in Annapolis. And we loved this, and he said, "Roberts, I want to see what this looks like. Transcribe it for me. I want to see you play it." So transcribing means you're able to listen to a piece of music, and I have this ability, and you can write it on down and learn how to play it. And I did. It's an amazing thing. Let's listen to Louisiana Glide, because the left hand in this is doing all of these crazy wobble things, even though it's kind of a ragtimey kind of feel. But what an amazing pianist is Blind Leroy Garnett. Ah, yes, the key of D flat. Ooh, it's such a good key. I've written it out. If any of you are interested in learning it, you could write to me at tom@tomrobertspiano.com, and we can discuss me sending you the music. Now we're going to get into someone that actually is fairly well known. Rufus Perryman, a.k.a. Speckled Red. Speckled Red was an albino born in Monroe, Louisiana, 1892. And any of you who were familiar with the Library of Congress recordings of Jelly Roll Morton, you will remember one section which is very, very naughty and not suitable for polite conversation. But he's saying, Chicago was a freaky center. And they used to do this number. And the turnaround was, your mammy don't wear no drawers. Well, he probably heard Speckled Red singing the Dirty Dozens. And this is a version recorded in 1929 that has been sanitized for regular consumption. However, there is a recording that's on this CD, The Dirty Dozens, that has the last track, The Dirtier Dozens and The Dirtiest Dozens, where he actually says the actual lyrics that he would have sung in the houses of ill repute. Heavens. But let's listen to the cleaned up version by Speckled Red, Rufus Perryman, The Dirty Dozens.
I want all you women folks to fall in line. Shake your shimmy like I'm shaking mine. You shake your shimmy and you shake it fast. You can't shake your shimmy, shake your yes, yes, yes. Now you the dirty mistreater, robber and a cheater. Slip you in the dust, your pappy is your cousin. Your mama do the Lord, you know. Yonder go your mom going across the field, running and a shaking like an automobile. I hollered at your mama and I told her the way. She flipped away from me like a Cadillac 8. Now she's a running mistreater, a robber and a cheater. Pappy is a cousin, slip you in the dust. Your mama do the dog, it all. I like your mama, like your sister too. I did like your daddy, but your daddy wouldn't do. I met your daddy on the corner the other day. You know about that he was funny that way, so now he's a funny mistreater, a robber and a cheater. Slip you in the dust, your papa is your cousin, your mama do the Lordy Lord. God made him an elephant and he made him stout. He wasn't satisfied until he made him a snout. Made his snout just as long as a rail. He wasn't satisfied until he made him a tail. He made his tail just to fan to fly. He wasn't satisfied until he made him some eyes. He made his eye just to look over the grass. He wasn't satisfied till he made it yes, yes, yes. Made it yes, yes, yes. He didn't get it fixed. He wasn't satisfied until it made him sick. It made him sick, Lord, and made him well. You know about that the elephant caught him. Now he's a dirty mistreater, a robber and a cheat. Slip you in the dust, Papa eat the crust, your mama do the doggy dog.
Well, we're all sophisticated adults here. I'm sure that you can think of dirty mistreater, liar, and a cheater, what those turned into. And if you have any questions, just listen to the Jelly Roll Morton thing or the Dirtiest Dozens on Delmark Records. We're now going to go to Romeo Nelson. Romeo Nelson was born in Springfield, Tennessee in 1902. He moved to East St. Louis in 1915. 1919, he was in Chicago, and he recorded this amazing work, Head Rag Hop. I do not believe some discographies say that the voices that you will hear are Tampa Red, the male voice, and Frankie Half-Pint Jackson as the female voice. I think they're all Romeo Nelson singing all of these parts. And it's a wonderful thing. Head Rag Hop.
That's it, Nelson. Come on, take me down to this head rag hop. We're gonna have some fun after all. We're gonna have some fun now. Daddy, that makes me feel so boogie woogie. I know it, baby. It's gonna make you feel some other way, too. Oh, Daddy! How long, how long? Won't be very long now, baby. Hey, you little girl over there with the black dress on. Come right over and stand up by me. I want to show you how to do that head rag hop. Right round. That's it. Now let's get it. Shake it. Shake it fast. That's just what I'm talking about. Baby, you're throwing your mess now. I thought you told me you didn't know how to do that fishtail. You're doing the head rag hop now. Kind of good like that, too. Somebody ought to knock a jug on this little head rag hop. They ought to knock a jug sometime, looks like on this. Look out for the landlady. Give her a break. How am I doing it? Oh, baby, it's tight. I don't think it could be beat. That's just what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is the way you do the boogie woogie. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm telling you.
So in the same style is the Pine Tops Boogie Woogie, except Pine Tops' little girl is wearing a red dress, and Romeo Nelson's girl is wearing the black dress. Come on up here. I'll show you how to do that head rag hop. We are now going to go to one of the weirdest things ever. This is Pig Meat Terry. And I think we're going to listen to Moaning the Blues. And again, this is another one of those records. I found it on a compilation of blues produced in Austria. And we were playing at the Redbone was playing at the Ram's Head. And he wanted to borrow this CD, and he borrowed it, and he came in and he said the next day, you know, when I was listening to this, I thought I was dreaming at one point. And it was just Pig Meat Terry. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is not kosher, so I do not recommend it for all people, but let's listen to Pig Meat Terry do Moaning the Blues.
Sometimes I wonder, will my bad luck ever change? Sometimes I wonder, will my bad luck ever change? I'm gonna change my way of living and even change my name. You don't notice me, baby, when you're drinking your pretty white gin. You don't notice me, baby, when you're drinking your pretty white gin. When your gin gives out, you come right back again. Love me or leave me, baby. Don't keep me guessing in my life. Love me or leave me, baby. Don't keep me guessing in my life. If I find out I'm guessing, things may not turn out right. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye if you call that gone. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye if you call that gone. I've got enough of money to carry myself alone.
It is a little nightmare-inducing, wouldn't you agree? Moaning the Blues by Pig Meat Terry. Only here, folks. Only here at the PRJC. We're going to listen to another weird record. This is Bat the Hummingbird. Now, we know about Bat the Hummingbird. He was born in Algiers in 1903, raised in Memphis, played drums with Louis Armstrong in Chicago at the Sunset Cafe. He was part of the South Street Ramblers doing kazoo. He's a crazy man. And here he is doing the humming blues.
I never bowed out of door. I've stopped barefooted. I never bowed out of door. Everybody done thinking I ain't got no place to go. And there's nobody wants you when you're struggling all alone. Nobody wants you when you're struggling all alone. Now I'm on in good luck, but I'm gonna try to find you some of mine. Somebody was calling me. As early this morning, somebody was calling me. It's been called like my record. It must been my sweet machine. Oh, tell me, mama, what in the world is the matter now? Oh, tell me, baby, what in the world's the matter now? You won't treat me no better. You won't treat me good no more.
Well, Ellie is saying that I should ask the group, do you guys want to hear one more record? Do you want to hear a record by a man named Jesse James, who had been in prison since the 1890s, and they brought him out in Chicago in 1936 to record this song, Lonesome Day Blues, and he's talking about being all around the territory, all around the nation, all around the territory, places that had not existed since the 1890s. Who wants to hear this?
I think I'm good for it if everybody else.
Excellent. Wonderful. This will be the last thing. Now, this is a piece that I learned again from Leon Redbone. This is the rawest, most awful thing. It's just amazing, though. And we will hear him say to the recording engineer, "Buddy, what made you stop by here?" Jesse James.
Now today's been a long, lonesome day. You hear me talking to you, did you hear what I say? Lord, today has been a long, old lonesome day. And now my ride, Lord, will be the same old way. I've been to the nation, around the territory. You hear me talking to you, got to reap what you sow. I've been all through the nation and round the territory. But I ain't found no heaven on earth. Lord, know where I go. I'm going to the big house, and I don't even care. Don't you hear me talking to them, scolding to my tail. I'm going in the morning, and I don't even care. I might get 4 or 5 years, Lord, and I might get the chair. I'll stop and listen, see tomorrow bring. You hear me talking to you, start to playing. You better stop now and listen and see what tomorrow brings. It might bring you sunshine, Lord, and it may bring rain. Some got 6 months, some got a solid year. You hear me talking to you, buddy, what made you stop by here? Some of them got 6 months, partner, and some got a solid year. But I believe my partner, Lord, got lifetime, yeah.
Well, I tell you, it was worth it. Jesse James, in prison since probably the 1890s. Drugged out in 1936 to record that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Tom, I feel like some of these guys should have been walking around with signs on them, that those old-fashioned signs that say "Don't shoot the piano player."
Well, too late for Pine Top Smith.
Right, so many of them were murdered. But what a fabulous listening journey. Do we have anybody who has any questions or anything they want to discuss? Feel free to unmute and bring any comments up or say hello to Tom or whatever.
Don't be shy, kids.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
This is Jason Leininger.
Hey, Jason Leininger, what's happening?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great. What'd you think of this?
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, I love all that music, and the Jesse James, of course. You introduced me to that many years ago, and I really like that piece. I think is that on the Smithsonian collection too, or something? Where is?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it is. It's definitely on an LP collection called Rugged Piano Classics.
Yeah,
and that's where I first heard it, and that's where they discussed the possibility of, he's been in prison since the 1890s. I don't remember. I'm not a history buff. I don't know when the Cherokee Nation and the Oklahoma Indian Territory was, but I believe that was in the 19th century, and so he would have been in prison since then. Isn't that amazing?
That is. That's
yeah.
My observations listening to a lot of this old piano music as perspective from a piano technician and someone who restores and works on antique pianos a lot is that each recording, the pianos, they sound very different. They have different qualities to them, and it really highlights the variety of different kind of soundscapes that were available to these people, depending on what pianos they played. And I always think it's a shame that they had not told us on the recordings what type of pianos were being played, whether it was an upright, a grand, or a square piano, and what the name brand was on the piano. But you can definitely tell that. I can't remember the one piano. I mean, it was clear as a bell.
I know.
On that one song, I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the earlier ones, and it was just it almost sounded like a Fender Rhodes. Almost it almost sounded like it was
amazing.
Electrified.
But no, it was like an acoustic piano in like a recording studio in the 1920s. So
yeah.
But before we nerd out totally and drive everyone away,
okay.
But thank you for your observations, Jason. Yeah. We got to get together here, and I'm glad that you enjoy this. I hope everybody. I see all these wonderful messages about really enjoyed this. You should do this. I should do this more often. Potomac River Jazz Club, and no questions, but sure enjoyed it. Me too. Thank you. Wonderful. I'm glad that. Yes.
I have one more comment to make. This is Bill Shaw.
I know, Bill. I recognize you.
I'm so what's the right word? I'm so thrilled that you played a few of my records that you acquired from me, and I really enjoyed this session. As I love that piano music, and you were instrumental in educating me into all these old ragtime and blues and Jelly Roll Morton, and I had no appreciation for this music other than, never really heard it, and you were the guy.
Well, thank you very much. This is my whole point, is like sharing stuff that I love. Find something that you love and share it with other people that can hear it. So thank you very much, Bill Shaw.
You're welcome.
I love the geek out because I wouldn't have thought about the different, obviously different types of pianos, different ages of pianos, different makes, all of those things, how much they affect the sound. Plus the recordings. There are layers to every.
There's layers to everything. Everything.
But I thought that was a fabulous thing to bring up. Yeah.
He's a smart boy, that Jason Leiniger. Anybody else out there have any questions or any comments? All right.
All right. It looks like questions and comments are done. We really appreciate Tom.
Yay!
Always a pleasure having you, and I am sure we will see you again in the future.
I really hope so.
And again, thanks to everybody for coming in and for your donations. And then again, May 12th, we have Phil Revita doing Rooted in Bass. And June 15th, Dave Robinson is going to do a presentation on the Old Manassas Jazz Festival. So mark your calendars on that.
I love Dave Robinson. He's such a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. And the Manassas Jazz Festival was, 23, 24 years of fabulous music. And so I think that's going to be a really fun presentation also.
Sign me up for that one.
Will do.
All right, everybody. Well, have a wonderful night. And everyone...
night.
Please be happy. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, Tom. Thanks.
Good night, guys. Bye.